Football is coming back to St James's Park. Football's finally back on the weekend at St James's Park. I am absolutely buzzing. Today is a massive preview for the massive weekend for the Sela Cup. 4 great European teams fighting for the Sela Cup, all at St James's Park. It's going to be a brilliant weekend for football. Get the families out, get everyone out in the sun. Well, hopefully it's been raining recently, but nevertheless, Newcastle United are back in business at St James's Park. I'll be previewing the full tournament, the game, and everything you need to know going into this weekend's football. Make sure to leave a like, boys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean a lot if you could do so. Anyways, let's get into it now. I'll start off with information that you need to know for the weekend, if that's ticket situation and whatnot, all that stuff, and then we'll speak about actually the game and how it will plan out. Let's get on now, boys, and yeah, let's go. So then, we are here, football is back. Firstly, I want to speak about the ticket situation. At the minute of recording this, there are still tickets on sale, so if you do want to go to the game, make sure to get them tickets. Fairly reasonable price for my age. If you want to go to both games, for between 18 and 21, it costs us 30 quid for 2 games. I don't think that is too bad. People are forgetting though, it's a whole day of football. You can go into the stable, kick off for Nice versus Villarreal, the first game of this little mini tournament, kicks off at 12:30. If you want to go to that game, you can watch 2 teams that have fought in Europe over the years play each other for now, for absolutely now. For getting that ticket on just Saturday, you can watch 3 games of football, which I think is actually really good. So start off Nice and Villarreal. I'm not going to speak about that game, only when Newcastle play them. Newcastle actually aren't playing Nice in this little tournament. We are playing Fiorentina and Villarreal. As I mentioned about the tickets, make sure I get them, and I've got them on my phone. I'll quickly show you them now. Very easy to add on the email. They were just there. You could just literally add them on, and you're the one. On the ticket, it's got the day of the game, so make sure you don't try to scan the wrong ticket for the one day. Massive day says Saturday, one says Sunday. You see everything's on it. At the top right corner, it does say the date. It obviously says 12:30. I don't know if that is the time for the entry of the stadium, or, well, because obviously the Nice Villarreal game kicks off at that time. I don't think I will go to watch them games, because I feel like I need battery on my phone to vlog the game. 2, it will be good, but they're not playing for anything, so I can imagine being a bit boring. So I'm just going to head up for the Newcastle Fiorentina game. But when I get there, they'll probably still be playing, so that is good. That kick off at 12:30, and then Newcastle play Fiorentina at 3:30. Then even after that, Newcastle's women's play West Brom women's. If you are interested in watching the women's team, go for it. I'm gonna get home and get the Fiorentina video up and uploaded, probably do a little player ratings and whatnot, try and get some videos out. But if you feel free to watch the ladies and support them, I'm sure the club will love it. But let's start off by speaking about Fiorentina going into this game. So then, our game on Saturday, Fiorentina kick off 5:30. They finish 8th, which they get Europa League, Conference League again. I think they've done really well last season. I remember Icone was a very good player for them in that season. Finishing 8th, a decent season for them. We don't sit there and expect Fiorentina to be absolutely amazing, no doubt. They did get to, where are they? They were the 3rd best ranked team in the European Conference League, got the most goals per game. They're not a team that we can write off, 100% not. They are a good team. Looking at this squad, they've got a couple of good players. Obviously, I remember Vlahovic used to play for them, but Icone, Luka Jovic, they've got some players in that team that can do something. One player who I really like, Amrabat at the World Cup, he was really good. Obviously, still getting linked to moves to Man United and whatnot, but he will be probably playing. Bonaventura, a good classic from back in the day. Obviously, he's 33 years old now, but he is a kind of good player. But they've got a decent team. They are looking forward to next season. Absolutely. I don't see why they couldn't come to St James's Park and cause an upset. Obviously, they play Nice the next day. I expect to play 2 different teams, but it should be an easy one for Newcastle United. I would love it if we had an unbeaten pre-season. We didn't have it last season. I think we got beat to Mainz last season, I'm pretty sure. Austria trip. But yeah, at the minute, unbeaten summer series done. Obviously I didn't do any videos for that because I've been on holiday and whatnot, and I just too late staying up. I did mention it in some videos and whatnot, but these are the big ones that I was more interested in actually being at the games, actually being able to watch them. It's been a while since the last game I actually watched of Newcastle was the Rangers game, which also I was on holiday, which different circumstances, but this game against Fiorentina should be picking up the win. I don't know if it's going to work as a point scheme for this cup. If Newcastle United are lifting a trophy at St James's Park on Sunday, I'm not complaining. But Fiorentina were a decent team. Obviously Europe last season, got the semis. Europe again this season, another good team. Kind of write them off. Should be an interesting game. So the same crack again on Sunday. 12:30 is the start time where Fiorentina do play Nice. A game where probably is on the other results. Don't know if that will matter to Newcastle in this little tournament. Probably getting the stadium where they're still playing, if not about full time. Newcastle versus Villarreal though, 5th in the La Liga. You kind of put them down. Obviously we did finish 4th. Two very similar teams. I think we do have a better team than Villarreal, probably on paper, but they are a good team. You can't underestimate them. Let's look at their squad. A couple of good players. Ben Brenton Diaz from Blackburn Rovers had a brilliant championship career. Signed for them. Gerard Moreno can score goals. You've got like Eddie Caputi, good at Watford, good at, well, half decent at Spurs. He's been good. We kind of underestimate this team. This team won the Europa League 3 seasons ago against Man United in the final when David De Gea missed that penalty. They've got a good team. They really do. Like I remember watching that game, and they are a good team. Yeah, it is a friendly, and they do play the day before against Nice. I'm sure they're just going to be there, get ready for next season as the season starts next week. It will be an interesting one though. Europa League winners a couple of seasons ago against Newcastle. It's good having proper good tests like in a game like this, because over the years we've had like York City. No disrespect to these teams, but we've had York City and even Gateshead this season. We've had a couple of shit teams to play against. League 2. It's not a run out for the lads. You can't. Yes, you get the legs going and you're a little bit rusty, but playing games like this get you ready for Aston Villa next week, who have got Europa League football, Europa League Conference League next this season. You cannot underestimate Villarreal. They'll be up for us. They will be at St James's Park, different setting in England. We've just got to pray the weather gets a bit better. Obviously it's been raining all week up in the Toon, so these Spanish people coming over will not be liking the rain, but that is Newcastle for you. Interesting one. Do I think Newcastle will win it? Potentially. Do we see a trophy getting lift? Who knows. We'll be at the game. Will be in my normal season ticket seat. I actually can't wait as well, because it'll be the first time I see my new seat with safe standing. It will be lovely to finally have that change, and for the change I'll have for the rest of my life. Probably sat in the Gallagate East corner. If anyone wants to come over, be in the vlog, get a photo or whatnot, feel free to. Anyways, that is the end, boys. I'll probably see you for the vlogs on Saturday and Sunday. Loads of videos coming out. Premier League back next week, and I will see you all in the next one, lads.